Good morning, good morning. Hey, everybody. Today will be another live trading session. Here to go ahead and map out the morning. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Got a hoodie on this morning. It's pretty cold in the casa. Alrighty, so let's get to it, everybody. So I know yesterday was an amazing day for me. I went ahead and made some solid profit. Was up about 17% to end the day. My highest yesterday gain was about 22% or so, and I ended the day at 17. Just continued to trade it. Try to see if there was some other opportunities, but make sure to not give back a large amounts of profit. You gotta go ahead and continue to push the gas when you're doing something like this. So I'm happy with today. I'm happy with what I'm happy with what yesterday went ahead and brought for me, and then today we're gonna see what other opportunities is out there. So for today, I have a few stocks that I already have in mind that I'm gonna watch. I did check the watch list out as well too, so I definitely want to go ahead and check what's on the watch list. But I also want to go ahead and focus on what I see and what I saw on my list to yesterday when I was just scanning the markets. So let's go ahead and look at a few of these tickers. Some of these tickers I already mapped out early on. So we're going to start with CoreWeave. All right, yeah. So we're going to start with CoreWeave. I'm looking at CoreWeave just for the simple fact that we're up 2.5% right now in the pre-market. We've been holding on to the 9 and 20 EMAs on the daily chart, also trading above other moving averages such as the 50 and the 200. We're kind of creeping back into this. Like we gapped down here, but this was where the market went ahead and closed at. So I would like to see if we want to go ahead and get to this close area and push higher and actually get into 150. So that's interesting to me. A psychological to level is 150. So I like to see if CoreWeave would like to go ahead and break and get to this area where we sold off previously. So this area might be some kind of resistance. So I'm looking at that to see if we could once again go ahead and push to this level here. So I like CoreWeave. I already mapped it out already with the highs and lows of to yesterday. You can see here on the daily, that red line is the high of yesterday at 143.69, and then the low of yesterday was 136.50. Oh wow, was that the low 136.50? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, all right. So 136.50. Yeah, and the highest it was 143. So that was a nice move from 136. And as I mentioned, right, we're getting one of the best moves later on in the morning. I mean, later on in the day of the trade, not really in the beginning of the day. So that's something that I probably need to pay attention to as this is on my list. Since I am more so a morning trader. I want to make sure that I am getting the best moves in the morning. So yeah, so that's that. So let's continue to go ahead and map this out. I already went ahead and mapped out some levels early on before I came live, as I mentioned. So we're gonna go to the monthly. We're gonna see what's going on with the monthly chart. The monthly chart for the month of October. Buyers are in play. They're continuing to push this higher. We want to see, you see how the highest of this candle right here was 148.97 on the monthly. So I like to see if we could go ahead and break this level. We could break 148 and go higher. And as I mentioned, psychological level would be 150. Let me put up CoreWeave on the order book that I have here. And what I'm seeing here on CoreWeave on the order book, we do have a large seller at 150. We definitely have a large seller at 150. We have another large seller at 148. I'm not seeing any large buyers. There are large buyers below at 142, at 143. But yeah, as I mentioned, we got a large seller at 150, so I want to see if price could go up to that liquidity, and we could go ahead and take advantage of that move. Obviously, if it gets there already in the pre-market, then it's like, that trade is probably already shot because the move already happened, but we shall see. The weekly, we're still getting a push up. Yesterday we broke this rejection even though it was a buy candle on the weekly, but we went ahead and broke that, and we're trading above that right now. So we just want to see if we could go ahead and break above this resistance right here, which is where the pre-market level was at 147. All right. Then we go back to the daily chart. The daily chart, as I mentioned, we want to see if we could go ahead and get to these yellow to levels. That's an R1 level, and this level right here at 150 is a level that was found on the 4-hour chart. So let's go to the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart, as I mentioned, we have an R3 level right here at 150.96. So I found that. I didn't mark these R2 and pivot levels because we're already within this range. So when market opens, I try to go ahead and keep an eye out on this and see what we could go ahead and do there. But once again, we are trading above these moving averages, above VWAP. We're getting strong to buying. We're not seeing like strong selling at all. And then on top of that, we're also trading above this pivot level, this R1 level on the 4-hour. So it's giving a bullish sentiment. And then if I go on the 1-hour chart, we got this one sell candle, but more so it is buying taking place. So, I'll be looking for a pullback. And once we get a pullback, take advantage of that small contract size, and then we would add into that position if the trade is going into our favor, right? So the one thing is that I've said this before: we never want to go ahead and go full position size when we're trading. We want to go ahead and ease our way in. We want to see how is the market reacting and responding, and then we want to react from there. But all of the preparation comes from this moment right here. All right. So let's go on the forward chart and let's see if there's anything that doubled bottom in the past or double topped, and let's see if we could go ahead and create some kind of edge. So looking at the 4-hour chart, because you get like a better picture on this one, right here, right, we can see that CoreWeave has just been trending higher, but CoreWeave has resistance in this area, so that's something to account for, right? We did kind of double top right here in a way, but not really. We sold off, we tried to come back, but it struggled to break this area at 140, at 146, at 146 to 147. So this is something to account for right here, because we sold off here, we indecision here, and then we sold off a few days after that. So that's something to account for. I don't know if I want to put a level here as a double top. I'm a bit shaky on that because it's not clear. But we do know that there is resistance right here. So what I'll do is I would make this pre-market level where we're at blue, and that would let me know that there is a double top around this zone area. So I'm not going to put a level there, but, that blue does indicate that for me, right? So then now let's go ahead and backdate. So when we go ahead and backdate a little bit on the 4-hour, we can see around this price area, we did a hold support right around here at 143, right? At 143, at 144. So we might get that pullback. And I am seeing orders on the downside to 144, but the buyers are not really heavy. The heaviest buyer I see on this order book is at 143. So we get a pullback at 143 and maybe ride up to 150. But once again, this trade may happen later on in the day, so I'm not sure if I put this on my main list in terms of it moving early on in the markets based on what I'm seeing on how stocks have been moving. I'm not sure if this would be an early morning mover. But I do like the fact that it's at 2%, though, as I mentioned earlier. We can also backdate again. Let's see. We're holding on. We could hold on action above this red line, which is yesterday's high. So I like CoreWeave. I'll put it on my list. And let's check the 1-hour chart. Yeah, we're just making some recent new highs. You see how we are above here, and as I mentioned, previously we held support there. So I like it. News-wise, CoreWeave Insider sold $1 billion post-IPO as AI rich cash out Bloomberg. It's not really big news. Yeah, Cold Weave already doesn't have a strong catalyst. No, it does not. When we're looking at this level two order book, we can see here we do have buyers stepping up. Um, Spread is pretty wide on this though. I think I mentioned this early on that the spread on Cold Weave is pretty wide. So I got to go ahead and give this one a little bit of grace. I do want to see buyers step up in the pre-market coming into the axe price. We're at a pretty distant from that. We're at about 50 cents distant. So you know, like I said, it's not something I'm totally against, but this is not gonna go on my top two list. This is gonna go on my third list for right now. So let me go ahead and put that there. That will be on my other screen. All right. So we got that squared away. But I will be interested once I see the level two step up into that 146.50. Oh yeah, I'm interested. I'm really, really interested. So let me put an alert there. Let me see. Let's get an alert once we break 146.50. So I'm going to set an alert, create an alert above 146.50, and that will go ahead and help me out to know if that's what we want to go ahead and do there. All right. So I have an alert and market open, and yeah, I'll try to see if we can take this thing to 150 today. Now, the stocks that I was looking at was Meta and Baba. Let's start with Baba. Baba is down 1.93% right now. I like Baba because of the simple fact that Baba has been overextended. We sold off on 10.7. We kind of indecision, then sold off again. So we rolled over on the non on the daily, and then now we went ahead and we're trading below the 20. So I would love to take Baba down to 163, even break here, probably get a move down to 150, to the 150 area. If I even to 158, to 159, low 160, bottom out. So I would like to see the Baba drop some more again today. Baba, it could be a bit tricky. Like I said, every dip has been bought up. So, it could be a little iffy, but I love this sell-off early on Baba to yesterday. Then when we look at the previous day, we also had another sell-off again. Then we rallied later on. If you look at another day, Baba went ahead, popped up, but still sold off. So I'm liking to Baba for a continuation on the sell-off. Especially with us trading below yesterday's range. But we have to ask the question, right? The question is, does this stock want to get back into range? Which means getting back into range would be that the stock will go ahead, get above this 200-day moving average, and then climb right into this blue level that I have here, which was yesterday's low, and now we're right back into range. So this is definitely a possibility when we're talking about Baba. But I'm willing to go ahead and watch this today for the continuation of the breakdown. We do have large buyers at 167, so we could go ahead and hit those orders. Which 167 is not too far, or well, it's outside of range, but if sellers want to continue, they're going to continue. We have large selling at 171, at 175 too, but the largest one is at 171.50. So I want to see if we go ahead and reach those sellers at 171. I want to see if I could go ahead and short it from 171 and take it to, pre-market low right here and see if we could go ahead and slip to those buyers at 167. So I definitely like to Baba here. Let's see. I want to continue to map this out a little bit. Let's fix this. All right. Now, as I'm looking here, right, as I'm looking here on the daily, this is like all-time high territory because we was up here, we're coming back down, so we don't have any historical data. Oh, no, yes, we do have historical data. It's my mistake. So we got some historical data because really the all-time high for Baba is $303. Okay. So we can see here on the monthly that the Baba for October is starting to turn around. Rejection, sell, and now pre-market is down here. So I would love to see Baba come down to to 167 because we do have a pivot level right here on the monthly. So I would love to see that. If I switch this over to the weekly, yep, you guys can see strong selling coming down to right here. All right. Okay, so we got strong selling, R2, R3. So I would love to see Baba come down to 167. I mean to 166 today. Go to 167 where there's sellers at where there's buyers at, seeing if those buyers could get filled and seeing the reaction, how that takes place. All right. So we got that. Still looking to see important things on Baba. Okay, so let's go back. Oh well, I feel like the monthly is not really going to show me. Well, not the monthly. The daily. I want to find key levels, but I'm not really seeing that right now. All right, so I'm going to, let's see. It's funny. This is kind of a key level right here, and the reason why this 168.80 is a key level is because this is where we gapped up from recently. So I'm going to turn this into a purple level. The reason why, as I mentioned, because we gapped up and then rolled to recent all-time highs. This is not all-time highs, but this is recent all-time highs. So I want to highlight this, and let me change this line for myself so I could indicate a little bit of a difference. So I just made this a little bit more dotted. Like I said, these things just to work for me. So going back to it, to Baba could probably go ahead and fill this gap a little bit more, break inside, and maybe want to get down to 163 today. Maybe not. Maybe so. Like I said, it's like every time I see the market fall, we just end up climbing right back up. So don't know how this is going to go ahead and play out. I just like to go ahead and stay cautious as much as possible. But if we was to go back in history, all right, you see where I have this purple line. We can see here, because we're trading above here as of right now. If we was to go ahead and break below here, there's no reason why I shouldn't sell off some more and run into maybe some buyers. This daily chart is a little bit choppy, but some buyers will probably be here at 165. We might get some buyers at 165. We might get some buyers here at 164. But I think the aiming point would be 165 to take some profit. And then, if it continues to run, then, hey, great. And this is if it sells off. Let's keep going back into some data points, right? Some data points right where this purple line is at. If we was to go ahead and check the history, we can see here that we did hold and make a nice rally up. So this is where I see that there's still a chance for Baba to go ahead and make a move higher today, and it might not sell off today. So it's still a good chance for that. But the daily is not really, like, the Baba's daily is not really that clear. Like, you don't want to make this thing too complicated. But we got some strong support right there. You see that candle? This is all the way back in 2019, right? We got this level back in 2019. We're right off the dot. It went ahead and ran up, and just look what it did today in 2025. So this level is definitely an important level to go ahead and keep eye on. What I'm not seeing on this level so far is a dramatic sell. I'm not seeing a dramatic sell down from this level. So we even see like support showing. We went ahead, reclaimed, held, slipped a little bit, shot up. So this level is, I'm kind of leaning more towards a buy for today on this. I'm not gonna lie, if we do get down here, but the fact that we're up here, if we was to get to those sellers at 170, 150. So if we was to get, which is crazy, it's right here at the 200, right? If we was to go ahead and get here, I wouldn't mind taking a sell order and shorting this thing down to this pre-market low. But yeah, I wouldn't mind. We just have to wait and see if that's gonna happen today. But we can see this level is pretty consistent. This level right here is consistent, really consistent. Look at another bounce here at this 168 to level. But this also lets me know that if we break this 168, it's good to hold, probably add into the short. and take a ride lower to probably 165. So I definitely like up to Baba on the list today. And then it's also a mega cap. I trade mainly up to mega cap stocks. So yeah, cool. All right. So that's that. And let's look at the 4 hour chart and let's see if we see anything here. Right now, we're not going to see anything here, but like I said, off of historical data, if we could go ahead and break this, oh man, that's amazing, right? It's amazing, and I would love to see this thing come down to the 200, which is 165, as I mentioned. So definitely have a target for 165 on the short today. Definitely have that. We are extended from these moving averages on the 4 hour chart, and we do have a strong buy right here. So, like I said, getting back into range is not really too far fetched. Baba could come back up, and we could probably take a quick position to those sellers at 170, at 171, even 175. So we could probably go ahead and make a strong move up today. But like I said, the only reason why I'm thinking for this thing to go a little bit shorter is the rollover. Can we roll over, right, on this 20 and continue to go down, right? And then let's see here on the 1 hour trending. It's trending. You can see this trend. It's under the 9, under the 20, under the 200. We went ahead and crossed over, but as I mentioned, this area, right, was a support, and then we shot higher. But now, we did to break in the after hours and the pre-market. So, let's see. But we're right on the dot on S2 on the 1 hour chart. So look how interesting this thing is, man. So hey, I honestly believe that Baba is going to make a good move in either direction. Just got to go ahead and take advantage and put myself in a good position risk-wise to go ahead and take advantage of this move. So I like Baba a lot. Right now, sellers are a bit in control. Let's go ahead and go back to that. Let's go back to this 5 minute chart and let's see, who's trapping who, if someone is trapping anyone, right? So looking at Baba, we can see some strong selling. Buyers were not in the picture in the first half of the pre-market, but then buyers stepped up right here at this level, and then we shot up nicely. And then when we went ahead and sold off, we sold off, right? And then, we're just holding on to VWAP. The buyers are still in play. Sellers are also still in the picture, but the buyers have had more control. Now, I'm not sure who has the most control right now because, we're still within these candles, but you can see just rejection. You're not really seeing much wicks in the bottom up until like right here. But, you're seeing wick right there, which is an indication of rejection, indication of resistance, right? Just seeing these two is not enough, So this was just a solid move, but it doesn't mean that this move right here will not get trampled. So let's go ahead and move on to the next ticker. News-wise, beyond the numbers, 15 analysis discussed Alibaba. Growth hedge, I don't know, holding stock, I don't know. Maintained. There's nothing much here on Baba, Let's see, Alibaba, China tech stocks fall. It's an AI problem. I don't know if this is really gonna go ahead and move it that much on the downside. Concerns that the AI bubble is forming have mounted in recent days following warnings from the Bank of England and the International Monetary Fund that valuations appear stretched. Okay. U.S. stocks closed lower Thursday, and Hong Kong stocks appear to be taking their cue from the Wall Street Friday. Alibaba slumped 4.6%. So yeah, this is just saying what's going on, that this has been overextended, which I've been knew Alibaba was overextended. But none of that matters, right? Because we can say it's overextended and this thing can still go ahead and ride up. So, let's see. Let's see what it go ahead and does today. So this will go on my main list. Watching this for sure. For sure. Watching that. If you see this 2 minute chart, we can see here on Baba, as I mentioned earlier, it bounced up and some resistance here at this key level. Yeah, man, it's crazy when you go ahead and put your levels right on the dot. So the right on the dot rejected, but then we broke it. And then we do got this wick here, but we don't got a body, right? Like we had this little mini body, but still fell. If it does break here, if it does break, take it long. If I see this thing like shoot up, break here, I'm taking it long and taking it to those sellers at 170, 150, and we could probably go ahead to even 175 because I see an ask at 175. So I won't be surprised if this thing, like I said, just go ahead and shoot up, especially with this level being so key. I would not be surprised, man. And then the bids are stacking too. Right, so let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this level 2 for a brief moment. It's probably gonna be a bit slow. I probably won't wait all day for this one, but if we start to see these bids coming to 136, you know what I mean, you gotta go ahead and put in a small position long and see if it works. And if it works, and then we get above this 170, add to your position a little bit. I probably won't add it tremendously. Add to my position a little bit, take it to the 171 sellers right here if it wants to get there, and then I'll probably, depending if we do want to break in the range and it's showing, so I'll add heavily here, and then we see, or maybe I should add it heavily at the 200 for the break inside yesterday's range to 173, damn near 175. So. And that's if it wants to go up. If it wants to go down, I have to see how this thing wants to play out. I would rather want to see it go down, but it's not about what I want. So remember that the market is never about what you want out of the situation. It's about what it's giving you. All right. So cool. Seems like these ask price might drop into the bid. So, okay. It's Friday too, so we don't really get a lot of momentums on Friday, but the market is closed on Monday due to Columbus Day. So with that, today actually might move because Monday people can't trade. All right. The next one I wanted to watch was Meta. Meta was really, really interesting to me personally. Oops, I messed up my other screen. Okay. Meta, where are you? Meta. I like Meta because of this large volume. Funny enough is that Meta got to when did Meta get to 690? I missed that move. Oh my gosh, man. Oops. Something's going on here. Yeah, Meta got to 690. Oh my gosh, I missed this. Where was I on this day? Like where was I? Can't believe I missed this move, man. But Meta's high yesterday was 733.51. So let's go ahead and mark that 733. Let's be more precise. It says 733.51. 52 is fine. Meta's low was 712.44. So let's go with 712. 744. 712. That's all right. 46 is fine. Let's delete these daily, these yellow levels I have here. I want to go ahead and take this out for right now. And right now we're trading above, right? We're trading above yesterday's levels, which is a good sign in terms of if the market wants to get back out of range or in range. Okay, so we got this for Meta. Then we want to look for a high volume candle because we're here to day trade it, right? So we want to see what's going on within the day. So high volume candle on Meta. Okay, I see 43,000. That's the highest one. And Meta is like that. Meta doesn't have a strong pre-market, but it trades strong within the day. 643, 325 right here. Okay. I'm going to put that at the bottom because this was a green candle. We want to see the support. So we're trading under that, right? So Meta, 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 Meta. All right. Meta already sold off greatly right around here on September 19th. So we sold off greatly. We came to this pivot level at 706, which I wish I would have had that trade. I was obviously trading other things. Sold off to 690, which that would definitely indicate a buy because you can see the support to right here. You know what I mean? So it went ahead, grabbed up on these some buy orders came in, pushed the stock up. So now I would like to see the stock get to about 738 psychologically. Is 750. I mean, yeah, 750, 740. Psychologically, I would love to see Meta get to 740. We do have a key level right here. I don't know why that's so far. At 747.50, so we do have a key level there. Let's go ahead and check the order book on this one. So Meta, we have large buyers at 732, and then we also have the largest seller at 740. So we're gonna have a battle in that range there on Meta, right? So Meta is above the 200. It's still showing positive movement, positive trend. But the pre-market is it's not a bad pre-market to me. But we can see with all of this movement, we did stay above the VWAP, above moving averages, but sold off heavily right around here, right? But bounced right off the 200, strong candle up here. And then, we're just pretty much consolidating a little bit. It did fall back under VWAP and moving averages, but it's a bit to wiki. We haven't got a full candle yet. The fullest candle that I see here is right here. A sell candle at, well, forget the open and close, but at 920, you can see that, which is about 620. So that was the 5-minute candle then. So yeah, you know what I mean? This thing could definitely move, in my opinion. I don't know the direction. Obviously, I can't go ahead and tell myself the damn direction that this thing is going to go in. But I think Meta is something good to watch. I would like to see Meta probably get to this 200 and bounce. Probably get to, because we got a large order at 732.50. So we got large orders here at the pre-market low. But if it breaks to 200, then I might want to go ahead and short this thing. But you see how we held here, and then we held here, and then held there. So there's 3 points that Meta held. So I can see why there's buyers here at the 732. But these buyers, right, they can get short squeeze. I mean, this could be a bull trap, and they can get squeezed, and this thing can sell down all the way to 728. So this thing could get back into range for sure. For sure, it could get back into range, especially with trading below VWAP if we were to break here. The best way to go ahead and short this thing, I would like to short it near the moving averages, not so far away from the moving averages. So I'll be looking for maybe a quick short, but if we get down here, then I'll be looking for a long. So it all depends when I'm able to go ahead and catch this trade, right? Let's go to the 4-hour chart, and let's see if there's anything key that we need to watch about this level. So when we go on the 4-hour chart, just watch this to white line at 733. Just watch this area. Yeah, you see this area between the 737.30 and 732.51. Okay, so just go ahead and watch this area a little bit, and let's see if there's like strong support. We did slip through here on September 20th and went to 721. So, okay. But we held support there at 1.2, shooting all the way up to about 755-ish. We also did see resistance in this area, kind of just played like a little resistance and sold down, but this is when we were coming into the area. Now we're not coming in. We're already in this area. So this area could be a point of support, honestly. And we can also see here that this was also a sell-off area as well, too, where we came back down to the 721 key level and fell down even more. So looking at Meta, this thing can honestly sell off within the 4-hour chart, come back to 730, come back down, And then we're also rolling over on the 1 hour. We just rolled over on the 9. And if we go ahead and roll over on this 20, then we could take this little ride down and get back in the range and stuff like that. So I like Meta. I like Meta for what it could do. Got to be careful with this because this thing could move the account. But, I'm not really going to be too scared about it. I'm going to have a stop order in place anyway. So. I can't see my chats. Give me a moment. Let's get this. I'll keep that. All right. Cool. Let's see what's the word. All right. Yeah. So definitely gonna keep Meta on the list for sure. News wise, there's no news on Meta. Just Peter Lynch detailed fundamental analysis. That's what I see on Meta. Citizens, J.P. Morgan sticks to their buy rating on them. Meta. So just a buy rating. A buy rating is not like the major news. That's just a bank basically saying that they're still gonna go ahead and buy Meta. So Meta could be high or low. They're gonna buy it because they believe the stock price is gonna go ahead and make a move higher. So it's nothing crazy to go ahead and highlight there. We just saw a large sell order, which is this candle. We just saw a large sell order around 734. So that is very interesting. It shows that it's bullish here, but on my order book, we got some sellers that are trying to step up in here. So obviously, people are going to try to go ahead and sell this thing down, probably bring it up to the moving averages, and then sell it to back down to get back in range. So I'm definitely interested to see how Meta's going to respond today. All right. So let's put Meta on the list. Market's about to open up in just about 4 minutes. All right, so we got Meta, Baba. I do like the Baba for a possible long though. It's crazy enough that I'm saying that, but it's just this was a key support area, just based on data. So if I see some strong buying and then we trample, this area up to right here, which we can see clearly on the 2 minute, right? You see how we came here and fell, came up here, still fell, came up here, so it failed this area a few times and broke. So if we go ahead and hold on to this S1 level on the 2 minute, I think honestly this is a good buy opportunity. So I'm definitely to looking at to buy for that opportunity. So let's see. All right, let's open up the options chain for next week because my options will be out to next week. I don't do zero DTEs. All right. I still have CoreWeave on my list too as well. So CoreWeave, Meta, and Baba. I'll probably call it at that. I do want to watch NVIDIA to a degree, but that might be a lot to put on my list. To be honest with you guys. But let me see. The market's about to open up literally in about 2 minutes. So let's see if I could quickly go ahead and look into NVIDIA. NVIDIA is at levels that I really really like. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna see if I could quickly put some levels on this one. Let's see. I don't know if I'll be able to trade it though. To keep it honest with you guys, I really don't think I'll be able to catch this trade if it was to move today. To yesterday's high was 195. That's where I took it to. High volume. I'm just mapping this thing out real quick, you guys. The largest volume I see on this is like a 900,000. My eyes are pretty quick with this because I've been doing this for a while. So this right here is the largest volume at 921. We're trading within the highs and lows of yesterday. Okay, go ahead and delete this. So this is where we're at. We're kind of just in this channel, but still above the 200. Yeah, I'm not gonna trade it. I'm not gonna trade that. All right, perfect. Just look at Meta's taking this drop. Okay, hold on. All right, so Meta's taking this drop. Baba's taking a drop. CoreWeave is getting a little bounce. I would love to take CoreWeave to about 150 if I can. Oops. There we go. Market's about to open up in just 30 seconds. 30 seconds. All right. Yeah, you see how Meta's just dropping? Yep. I'm watching Meta firsthand. Cause Meta's good at giving like an opening range move. Like Meta is good at that. Oh, Meta is back in range already. Yeah. Meta's back in range. Be careful on this though. I'm not here to just jump into Meta. Like I said, if I wanted to short Meta, I want to short it within the moving averages. I like Baba, but let's give this thing some time. Yeah, look at this on Meta, nice. I'm loving the volume I'm seeing on Meta. I see Meta getting back up there, so let's put in a little call on Meta, just one contract size. Yep, I'm in there. Let's see. I'm gonna put a stop here at 13:45. I got a stop order, so I'll probably lose $100 on this trade. I'm only in just one contract. I want to see if we can get a breakout on Meta. I'm also looking at Baba too. Oh, I got filled. Man, that was quick. That was quick on Meta. Yeah, I lost $100 on that one. Yeah. That was a quick loss on that one. Oh, CoreWeave. Man, I missed that move on CoreWeave. I said it too. It got to the 150. I missed that move on CoreWeave. I see CoreWeave on my list. I know you guys don't see it, but I like what CoreWeave could potentially do. I just don't want to switch my camera right now. I don't want to switch my screen right now. Yeah, Baba's moving real slow. Yeah, today could be a tough day. Or it just needs to be a day you just wait. I don't want to trade to Meta too much. The options are extremely expensive on that. Especially if I kick those out a week. So I need to be sure. Meta's taking a nice drop. It just broke pre-market low. All right, so let's get back in the Meta. Oh, I might go ahead and miss Meta because I'm typing it in and it's for some reason I can't get inside this options chain. It's the bad thing about options. It's that it takes a while. Oh, there we go with Baba. I knew Baba was gonna go ahead and do that. I knew that. I knew that. All right, we got this volume on Baba. Nice. All right, so we're gonna change. We got volume. I'm gonna give Meta another attempt possibly. See how we're selling off here on Baba. Yeah, Baba got some momentum. I'm gonna go in at a 170 call on with Baba. I pretty much got a tight stop on this. I like the fact that we're above this 200. I would definitely like to add into Baba. I want to add into this trade. Just unsure yet. I like the volume. This thing might give some momentum. I'm a bit aggressive on this. Yeah, the pullback is not going to be too fun. If we lose like on the options, because my average cost is 518. If we lose 480, yeah, I'm gonna get out. Well, honestly, I probably need to keep my stop a little larger than that. Yeah, so probably like 450. So yeah, let me keep my eyes on this. I might be one and done today. I'm not gonna push the gas too hard. Yeah, because Baba just might want to go ahead and roll over. I want to see if Baba could get back in range. Yeah, Baba's not looking too good. Quickly went ahead and rejected that range. Still holding, Baba. Got some large. We got some large orders at 175. Large sell orders at 175. And we're trading above pre-market high. The goal is to take this thing to 175. That's my goal. Like I said, every dip has been bought back up. So I'm just buying a dip on this. And that's just market conditions. I'm going off just market conditions. Every dip, literally, just keeps rolling right back up every freaking day. Every day. But at the same time, I would rather Baba sell off, but I'm just going off what I'm seeing in the markets. I probably should have jumped inside this trade sooner. If anything, I jumped inside this trade too late. I see Core Weave. Core Weave is making another leg higher. I don't want to expose myself too much. Yeah, I missed out on that move on Core Weave, man. Baba's looking like it may want to turn around. The bids are stepping up slightly, not by much, man. Yep. Yeah, we're turning around. On Baba, yeah, we're turning around. But if we hold, you know what I mean? I shouldn't really be tripping. If we can hold just above here, this trade is good. You know, this trade is good. If we could just hold here, get another push higher above 172, you know, let's just try to get close to 175. So I'm chilling. I'm chilling. You know, a part of me was like, I might want to go ahead and get out, but I think I'm all right. I think. I think. I'm looking at this daily and it's like, you know, just gotta cut the losses. So you know, let me just get ready to cut this. Probably not gonna be able to sell at the ask. So I'm getting ready to go ahead and sell this, guys. Yeah, just get this stop out of here because I already know I'm about to go ahead and get out soon. I don't think this trade is gonna work in my favor fully. I like Core Weave though. I really do like Core Weave. So I really to like this. Oh, Core Weave is expensive too though. Oh my goodness, everything is expensive. All right, I'm gonna jump into Core Weave. I just jumped into that. I'm gonna put my stop order. I don't even know where my entry is at. Place order. 750. I gave myself like $1.20 stop. So this is Core Weave for me. Oh, Core Weave already made his move. I'm up $50 on Core Weave. That's why I said I messed up on that move. So we're looking at core weave. These are my positions. Keep looking at my other screen. I don't know why. See. Yeah. Core weave is turning around. I have a stop order. Yeah, I honestly need to make this just $100. I got a stop order, so I'm risking $100 on that one. Yeah, core wave is falling down pretty heavy. I'm gonna get stopped out on core weave. Yeah, core weave already made his run. Yep. All right, Baba. I want Baba to come into at least 175. I really do. Basically, up here. Because we're like, basically, I want Baba to come back into the range. And I want core weave to, test this area, to one more time. Gotta sit back, relax. The boring part of trading is waiting. I like the volume on the 2 minute candle. Now you know, we just need these bids to get in there a little bit more. Like I said, I'm looking at the order book on the Baba, and we got the largest orders at 175. The largest is at 175. So I'm still in this trade, trying to take it to my target. Probably gonna get knocked out of core weave. Like I said, guys, I risked $100 on core weave. I'm probably gonna get stopped out. I could just see it. It's coming down. It's like there's no reason not to stop me out. Yep. I want to see if we can retest that 153 though. I don't see why we can't go ahead and retest that. But I don't make the rules. Yep, I got filled. I just got knocked out of core weave. All right. That's already 2 losses on the day. everybody. That's already 2 losses. So I'm down 165 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Oh, well, I realize I'm down actually 200. I'm down 200. And it's gonna be days like this. Yesterday I had a solid day, so I can't complain. What I should have did on Corey, I probably should have sold as soon as they hit this level. Probably should have sold quickly because it was already it, it already made a good move. Oh. No, 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 no. Oh my freaking gosh, guys, I sold. Damn, I did not want to sell that. Damn. Oh shit. I did not want to sell Baba. Damn. I meant to switch my tabs and I sold. Oh, I did not want to sell that. Oh, that sucks. Happens. It's probably a good thing I sold anyway. But damn, I did not want to sell. No, that was not my plan. Well, it just fell below VWAP anyway. That I'm not too mad about that sell, but it was just a mistake though. Like I want to have a good reason to sell. I ended up clicking the sell 5 of my contracts. Damn. All right. It's really nothing much I could go ahead and do today. Probably gonna call it early. It's Friday. That's why you try to have big days because, and the reason why I'm saying that you try to have those big days is because, you never know when you're gonna take some of these losses, man. To me, that's not even really a bad loss. I lost 275, so that's not really a bad loss. Look at Corey. Corey was going up, back up. Man, but you see why I didn't want to sell Baba? I could just see it's holding. It's holding this pre-market level. And I already said that this level right here was important. I really did not want to sell that thing, man. I don't think there's really any more opportunities today, to be honest with you guys. Man, that sucked. And watch this thing probably go in my direction. And I sold that thing by accident. Damn, just look, man. I know Bob I was gonna go ahead and probably get back into yesterday's range. I don't know for sure, but and I have a good idea that's what it's gonna do. It's discipline. It's discipline at this point. I probably just got to call it for the day, guys. It's all right. So I think what I made this, I probably made like $300 this week. I have to go ahead and see. Let me see. I could easily find that out now. You see why I didn't want to sell Baba? You see why? That was a mistake on my end, man. Mistake. Huge mistake. Huge mistake on my end. Baba probably would have took some time to get there, but it's probably gonna get here. It just would have took some time. Damn. And the only reason I'm not getting back in is also because I got in at a good entry already. That's why. So for me to go ahead and jump back in, it's not going to be a good entry. Yeah, I ended the week 306. So I'm still up on the week. I made an extra $300. I think last week I made five, and then this week I made three. So that's $800. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Now I could go ahead and try to trade something else and push it, but probably not. That just sucks though, because really, I really, really, really did not want to make that kind of mistake. Nvidia is rotting. Core weave. Let's go to Nvidia. Now I just want to go ahead and look at Baba. But man, you see why I didn't want to say it was just Baba was gonna get up there in a nasty way. And by nasty way is that it was gonna get there slow. It was gonna get back into the range really slow, not perfect, and that's why I didn't want to sell because we were gonna hold this. And if it would have broke, then I would have sold. I probably would have took a larger loss than I would have liked. But man, I can't let that one affect me. It's just you want to make the most out of your trading days. So that's why I can't lie. I am a bit upset about that trade, man. I can't lie. Definitely a bit upset about that. I could get into Nvidia for the break, but where's my target gonna be? My target could be right around here, around like high 94. Cut some of these losses. But this could be a resistance and it could turn around. Honestly, I should look for a resistance. I mean, a short play. Baba was painful. Damn. I could have taken this trade right here, but this is resistance. This 194.50 and all of that is resistance. The 2 minute chart doesn't look that pretty, but the 5 minute look good. I could still get into Baba. If I believe in the move, right? I could still get in. Probably take it to some of these orders. A large buy just came in. I'm gonna jump into Baba. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And this is gonna be my last trade. I just saw a good amount of buyers go ahead and step up on Baba on the order book. So that's what made me go ahead and jump into this. I have a tight stop. So I think the most I could lose on this trade is $65. It should be $100 stop order. So let me go ahead and move my stop down to 100. And then it would just be 200 on the week if I lose. So let's see what it does. As long as Baba can stay above, as soon as Baba gets like right in this 171, I'm gonna cut the position. I probably won't wait for the stop order. So as soon as we get like right in this range, I'll probably cut it early. But nonetheless, this is my last trade. I'm not gonna go ahead and push the gas. It's not gonna be a major loss today. Probably lose a little bit over 5% on my account. So, because I'm already down 5% on the account. Like I've realized a 5.6, a 5% loss already. So if I do lose, this would be a 6% loss, and it's okay. I'll come back another day and try to go ahead and reclaim some of these losses. But I'm still up on the week, so I'll take it. I'll take it. The whole goal of this is to grow your account steadily. You know, and this is what I mean by trading is not a quick, easy game. Trading is takes time. It takes time. It takes time to grow your profits. Some people think that some things are overnight, and it's not. It's just really, really not overnight. You know, this thing takes months, years to when you're talking about building an account, growing an account. It takes a while. So my goal for Baba is to take this to this even 173. You see how we just rolled over the 9? I want us to roll over the 20, get back in range, and push up here, to get back in range, to get back inside this 173 area. And that will, like to let me know if I should go ahead and get out this position. But the 175 too. So I'm going to have to sit in this in a while. You see this? Buy up. This is exactly why I didn't want to go ahead. But it's all right. It's all right. It happens. It happens. It happens. So I'm in a one contract on this. I won't sit here all day and be live just to watch this one thing, because if it go ahead and rejects, then I'm out. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna cut this live stream short. Today is Friday. Enjoy the weekend, everybody, and I'll see you guys. Peace.